Okay, today's lesson is to export an animation. All right, so this is our previous lesson where Homer is our subject, and we will add a noise modifier. I'm going to go to the modifiers right here. There's a complete lesson how to do build a noise modifier, and we're just going to do one real quick right here. You can watch that video. There'll be a link in the description. I will add a noise modifier, and the noise modifier is simply a kind of like a randomized noise pattern that offsets all the lines and everything. All right. The position is way too strong for 0.5, so I will lower that down, and we just want kind of like subtle so that it looks like, even though Homer is static, it looks like it's like hand-drawn animated. So you see a little slight kind of changes right there, right? So that will be our export right here, and whatever's in the recording camera view, that will be the one that's going to be recorded. Okay, so I'm going to stop this one. The timeline here is from 1 to 250. Okay, so depending on how long your animation is, or how long you want it, we basically run at 24 frames per second. So if I change this, so let's say 240, so that will be or 241, or set that to 0 to 239, depending on how you want to count it. That would be basically 10 seconds worth of animation. Okay, so to render, we got to set up our render first. So we're going to go here to this icon right here. We need to make sure that we're in EV if we're doing a grease pencil. Okay, and then if we go down here, it looks like a printer with a paper rolling down. This will be our scene. So the resolution by default, it's HD. So let's say you want to do a 4K output. So you basically change your numbers to 3840 by 2060. Okay, or you can also do times 2 right here, and then just do an asterisk and then 2. That will do it for you. That's 4K, right? So if you want Instagram, you want something square, you can do something square here with the aspect ratio. Okay, so with the resolution, you can do 500 by 500, so on and so forth. So for this purpose, I'm going to go 1920 by 1080. We're going to go with the good old HD resolution. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that. Percentage wise, this is for testing. If I set this to 100 when it renders, you get 100%, kind of like this. All right, if I change that to, let's say, 10%, like I only want to render 10% because I'm just test rendering it, then that's 10% right there. So you do want to make sure this is set to 100. Okay, so resolution, and then percentage. Okay, frame start and frame end. So let's say your animation for your project 1, it's going to be 1 to 240, total of 10 seconds. That's what you want it to. If you want it shorter, change your end. Okay, so on and so forth. All right, so here's where it counts right here. File format, we want this to be an MPEG video. Okay, and then under encoding, we do want this, not a Matryoshka, a QuickTime. Okay, QuickTime 8.264, and then good quality, or high quality right there. Okay, so high quality 264, leave everything as is. Okay, make sure container is a QuickTime. Now, where do you want to save this? Basically, you navigate. I do want to, on my movies right there, and then we're going to call it Homer. Your name, basically. Project 01. Okay, date sequel project 01. Click accept. And as you can see, you will see it right there, the path where it will be and what you want to call it, your name, last name, and the project 1. Okay, file format MPEG, container QuickTime, codec 264, quality, high quality, and all you have to do here is click on render and then click on render animation, and it will render it one frame at a time. Right now I'm on frame 29. It's almost done. I mean, we'll wait for it so that you actually get to see the video. Okay, it's almost done, about halfway. It's fairly quick because it's EV, it's vector, and it's only HD. So even if at 4K, it should still be a lot faster. Okay, not as fast, but 4 times slower than this, which is still pretty fast. Okay, it's almost done. I'm seeing my timeline right here. There we go. All right, and then we're gonna look for it right here. There it is. Double click it. This is now a QuickTime MOV. All right, and this is how you export an animated movie or any animated movie you have in Blender.